If you're a small business owner posting every week and still not getting clients from your content, this is going to save you a lot of wasted time. Here's the question I want you to sit with. Why is it that some businesses get clients from their content every week and others post all the time and get nothing but likes? My name's Esai. I've started 3 different businesses. 2 of them failed before OneAway Studios worked. And in 2022, I started this one with $500 and we grew it to 6 figures in 6 months. And then in 2024, we passed our $1 million mark. Not with more posts, but with a system. That's exactly what I'm giving you today. The 5-part system that we've used to get clients with content. So stick around because part 5 is the one most people skip, and it's where clients actually come from. Let me show you. All right, so this is how I get clients with content. Not likes, not views, but book calls and real customers. So let's get into it. So first, let's name the real problem, right? You can post every day, get plenty of clients, and still not book a single client. I lived this early on, right? I was posting 3 times a day, and 2 out of 3 posts were random stuff that had nothing to do with my business. It was all a bunch of motivational quotes and just random memes that I saw on the internet that got those likes. People liked it. It felt good. I even sold some shout outs, but it didn't quite pay the bills. So here's the truth that changed everything for me. This is going to be a message problem, not a posting problem. And a message is something that you can actually fix for your business. Now, quick note on why you can trust what I'm talking about here. The fact is, I'm not a guru who read some book and I'm rehashing this information to you. I run the business that I teach. So my team and I, specifically Melissa and I, we started OneAway Studios with $500 and we hit 6 figures in 6 months. Within those 6 months, we built a small team and we were able to travel to like Florida, Vermont, and go to different places throughout the country to serve our customers. And in our early ad campaigns, we turned $80,000 in ad spend into $1 million in sales. And a lot of those customers still rebook us 4, almost 5 years later now. So here's the whole system on one screen because content that gets clients has 5 parts. So number 1 is going to be to start with the end in mind. Pick the end first. Number 2 is going to be find the real pain. This is messaging, right? 3 is going to be to build one message. We're going to test it and then scale it. And then number 5 is going to be the payoff. This is what turns attention into calls. And that last one is where most people fall apart. So stay with me to the end and let's take them one at a time. So let's look at this next slide here. Part 1, begin with the end in mind. Most people sit down and ask, what should I post today? I don't know what I should post. What do I say? And those are the wrong questions to start with. So we're going to start at the end instead. Pick the one client you actually want, your favorite one. Chances are that if you're watching this video, you already have a couple of clients in mind that you love to serve, right? So start with that client. Pick one client you actually want and then pick one offer you sell them and pick one next step you want them to take. Is that to book a call, send a DM, that type of thing. Now, every post has a job because if you don't know where your content leads, neither does your audience. So every post is a road and it should end at a door. One offer, one door. Begin with the end in mind. Now, part 2 is going to be to find the real pain. People don't buy because you listed your features and that you got this cool tech and you got this cool thing. They buy when you name the pain they're feeling right now in their words and not yours. The features might support the benefit that they're going to receive, but your ability to share their pain, restate their pain in their own words is going to be a differentiating factor. Right? So let's look at how this might look across different businesses. Right? So if you're an online educator and you say, okay, you built the course, but nobody's buying it. And I want you to pay attention to the theme that's happening across all of these, right? Home services. Your phone goes quiet every off season. Let's look at the restaurant example. Your tables sit empty on weeknights. All of these call out the same type of pain. Nobody's buying. The phone is quiet. The tables are empty. There's no customers. The real pain in this particular scenario is that there are no customers, right? Nobody's buying. Nobody's showing up for the food, and nobody's calling for the services. This is how you find the real pain. So again, people do not buy when you list features. They buy when you name the pain they're feeling right now, especially when it's in their words, not yours. All right, so let's look at the next one. Part 3 is going to be build one message you can test. Not 10 ideas crammed together, one message, one idea, said the way that you would say it to one person sitting across the table from you. So every strong message has 4 parts. A hook. This is the first line that names their pain and stops the scroll. This is the first sentence in a video. This is that on-screen text in a short that's paired with you saying it, right? A promise is next. The outcome they get if they stay. The next up is proof, a receipt that makes the promise believable. And next is an ask, the one next step you want them to take. So it's 4 parts: hook, promise, proof, and ask. That is a message. So part 4 is going to be to test it, then scale it. And here's where people either guess or gamble, and you're going to do neither. All right, so you're going to post your message for free first. Pick your platform, and that might be Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. And give it 24 to 48 hours. You're going to look out for how many people are saving, sharing, and replying to that particular piece of content. That's going to tell you the truth for free. And when one message clearly beats your average, that is your winner. Now, and only now, do you put money behind it to reach more of the right people. So say it with me. Organic tests the message, and paid scales the winner. And if you want to make it even shorter, organic tests, paid scales. And the truth is that ads do not fix a weak message. You use ads to pour fuel on what is already working. Now, one little tiny caveat here is that sometimes that post that you know deep down, you have that gut feeling that this is what's going to get me customers. Sometimes you do need to run that as a paid ad because it didn't perform well organically. Because the truth is that not all organic content that you test is going to perform well, but when you run it as an ad, it over indexes and gets you the most customers. And we'll talk more about that later in the video. Now we're going to talk about part 5, and this is turning attention into booked calls. And this is the one most people skip because attention is not the goal. A booked call is. And most of the time people are trying to measure by views and likes, but that's the top of the funnel. That's like the very first metric, when really what you want to measure is how many book calls, how many inquiries, how much demand or saves or shares is this video actually generating, right? So give every single viewer one clear next step every time. And here's the path. They're going to watch, and your message names their pain and earns a little trust. The next, they're going to act because you gave them one clear next step, a free resource, a DM, or a link. And then they book because that small free step leads to a conversation, and a conversation leads to a client. So to recap, it's one post, one offer, one next step. That is how a like turns into a client. So let's answer the question from the start. Why do some businesses get clients every week and others just get likes? It's because the ones who win treat content like a system, not a slot machine. They don't post and pray. They begin with the end in mind, which helps name the pain. It helps build one message. It lets you test it, and it leads every viewer to a next step. And the part that surprises people, the post with the fewest likes often brings the most clients because it was built for your buyer, not for everyone. Content that makes people take a specific action at the end of the video, You didn't ask them to like and subscribe, or you didn't ask them to like and share. You asked them to take a specific type of action, a DM, click the link in bio. So because you asked for that specific next step, those other stats aren't going to go up, right? So when you tell people to like, when you tell people to comment, they will take that action. If you tell them to get the free download, if you tell them to send you a DM, they're going to take that action as opposed to just hitting like and scrolling to the next video. All right, next up, before you go, is to skip these mistakes because they quietly kill your results. And this is posting with no offer behind it, talking to everyone so it lands with no one. And that's probably the most common when we speak to business owners. We've done over 1,000 calls, and one of the most common responses is like, oh, so who is this for? It's like, for everyone. And it's like, that's not true. I don't need to visit the massage therapist if I feel my body feels great. The massage therapist is going to be for the person that has the knot in their back, the person that's having trouble sleeping at night, right? Or if you're in home services, it's the person with the warped patio or the person with the fence that's leaning over. People that live in an apartment would not be your ideal customer. It wouldn't be for everyone. So that's something to keep in mind here. So next up would be giving no clear next step. Quitting after one try when it really takes reps, and chasing likes instead of earning clients. So those are the 5 things that we have on screen here. So if you're doing one of these, don't feel bad. I did all 5, and sometimes I still make these mistakes. You just have to fix them one at a time. And to wrap all of this up, here's your next action step. And I want you to do this today, right after this video. 1 is going to be to pick one client and one offer that you want to sell them. And think of your existing clients, right? If you're watching this, you probably have those clients already. Who is your favorite client? And what is the thing that people are purchasing the most? Or what is the most common pain point that they keep sharing with you over and over again? And the little secret here is, to look at those past conversations and pain points that customers have already shared with you. 2 is to write one message that names their real pain in their own words. And 3, post it this week and watch what people do. 4, add one clear next step, a call to action, and then run it back. That's literally it. You'll learn more from one real message than from a month of random posts. It's going to take some reps. So remember this, you don't have a content problem. You have a system problem. Fix the system and the clients will follow. So if you want the full system with the templates, the scripts, and feedback from me and the team, join the Content Marketing Academy. At the time of this video, it's free to start, and the link is right below this video. And I'll see you inside. So be sure to like and subscribe. If you got some value from this, leave a comment below, and I hope to see you inside of the Academy.